Hey guys, Jason here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts and the whole thing on the downfall, the complete and utter downfall of Tom MacDonald. And so, without further ado, let's actually get into the video. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about Tom MacDonald and what I believe is his downfall. And this has been a thing for at least a little bit, but especially after this new song came out, Pray for the Left. This is really when I decided I really wanted to make this video. And so I'm going to be talking about like my history of Tom MacDonald. I'm not going to go into the whole history of like his music and everything else like that. That'll be another video. Well, I probably won't even make that video, but there's videos and there's plenty of things out there if you want to dive into the history of like Tom MacDonald and his music and everything else. I'm just going to go over my experience and what I think about his music and my story with Tom MacDonald. And how I got into him and how I stopped listening to him. So my story with Tom MacDonald probably started back when I was like 13, so like 2020. It was around the time that COVID started. Yeah, it was around that time. Because my parents, they were actually listening to it, and they were actually kind of the ones that got me into it. So I was like, I'll check them out. I think the first song I heard was Coronavirus, if I remember correctly. And then I heard Fake Woke. I think Canceled maybe was out around that time. No Lives Matter, like all those jams. This was back when I thought like, because I also checked out his older stuff, like, what was it, White Boy, No Response, the music industry, if I Was Black. I just thought it was good, simply because, I wasn't really listening to a lot of rap music back then. I was mainly into rock, a little bit of electronic. That's pretty much what I was into. So I didn't really listen to rap, and I didn't like modern rap because, well, of the music itself, and I didn't like the lyrics. So I kind of listened to Tom MacDonald because, like, at the time at least, the music was good. Yeah, it kind of had that modern sound, but it sounded different. It had like these really cool verses with these really big old choruses and hooks. So I actually thought like the songs were good. And I felt like he was doing something different with the lyrics. Like I've never really seen someone that because at this point when I got into, I mean, he was already kind of known. Like, he's always been independent, but this is around the time he started becoming really popular and really mainstream. But I was listening to him. I was like, okay, the lyrics are different. I can agree with this message because, I mean, at that time, I've always been kind of conservative. I've always kind of been conservative, but I've always led more independent. But I was like, yeah, he's rapping about political stuff, about what's going on in the world. So I was like, I thought this is pretty cool. It had a really conservative sort of view on it. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, it's pretty cool. So I kind of followed him as the songs came out, and it kind of like was kind of just good song after good song. I never really thought like the songs were awesome, but they were good to vibe to. Like, they were good to jam out to. Like, the best song I remember that came out around that period of 2021 was Brainwashed. I do remember actually really liking that song, because the hook was really good, um, and yeah. So, this was also around the time where he started. He was rapping a lot about the news and a lot about himself, and um, he always kind of had the, oh well, we should. He kind of always had the message of, well, I'm white, black rapper. I never really agreed with that all that much. Like, oh well, like I never really agreed with the whole message of like, oh well, how white people are not being treated in this way because of the hip hop and blah blah blah. If I was black, I could have done everything different. I just was kind of listening to it because I liked the music. I just liked the songs because the songs were actually good. The beats were actually good. Um, Even there was a song called "I Hate Hip Hop," which he basically just talked about like, oh, I hate all these. It wasn't really like, it wasn't really the sort of like songs that he would make, kind of saying how white people are better, I guess. But it was sort of a song that just kind of like, oh yeah, I hate this style of rap, I don't like this style of rap, I'm just Tom MacDonald, and I kind of just like that. But that was around that time. That was 2021 when he was still good and he would release stuff and on his Spotify, YouTube, and everything else. And I would follow him as the songs would come out. Fast forward, probably, well, yeah, around this time he did the song that had the Eminem beat that he bought around the time that NFTs were really, really popular. Basically praising Eminem. And then I don't remember, but it was like a couple years later, I think he did a song dissing Eminem. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember that. But, yeah, I think he did a song dissing Eminem after that. It was just fucking weird. But back to the thing. So, yeah, he was doing that, and then he wrote he wrote another couple songs about himself that I remember. I think he wrote one called Church that was more sounding like a rock song, which I thought was pretty good. And then he did like an album with another rapper that had like a few good songs on it. It was like another sort of political sort of rapper like him, I guess. Oh, what was his name? Adam Calhoun, I think. He did like an album with him, I remember. And I think around that time it was like 2022. And this is when he started wanting to think outside the box. And I really, really, really praise artists for wanting to think outside the box. I really do. But sometimes it does not work. And with his case, it did not work. He made like one, I don't even remember, he made like a country sort of rap song. I don't really remember that well, but I just remember it not being that good. And then he made, around this time he made The System. I remember The System, which is actually a really good song. It was one of his songs that got like pretty popular. But it was actually a really good and catchy song. But that's like one of the last good catchy songs I remember. Because around 2022, I just kind of stopped listening to him because of the stuff he would put out. Especially late 2022, he did put out like it was basically like a song that was like a tribute to his girlfriend, I think. Something like that. It was a song like that. I think it was called Ghost. I do remember this one now. Yeah, it was called Ghost. And I think this is when I stopped. Yeah, this is when I stopped. It actually worked for the song. Like, it actually really worked for the genre. Because it kind of changed up to this sort of like poppy sound, but it wasn't like the pop that we'll get to later. Then I talk about the video. but it was like sort of this like guitar sort of like 2000s alternative sort of pop sound, if you want to describe it like that. It actually fit the vibe because it wasn't really a political sort of rap song, so it actually really did work. I just didn't really like it that much, for whatever reason. I think it's just because it's been the same like sort of like formula that a lot of artists have already done, and I just didn't like it. So I kind of stopped listening to him. And then I remember he would release like albums on his Hangover Gang website or whatever it was called. His CDs or whatever he did for his albums. I don't even remember, because at this point I really stopped paying attention to this dude. Because he would just put out the same sort of music. It wouldn't really change anything. And he kind of stopped releasing stuff less frequently, I guess, too. So there was nothing really to pay attention to. So when he would put out a song, it just, I don't know, I just wouldn't pay attention. The only song I can remember from the period after that was, another reason I just stopped paying attention was he would just put out the same stuff. It was like the same sort of rap music of like, oh yeah, we need to praise Trump, everything is wrong in the news, and yeah, if it wasn't for the left, America would be great, and yeah, I'm also white, so the system says something against me, and blah blah blah. Like that was usually the message that he would just keep enforcing into the songs, and eventually it got boring. Like the music wasn't that good anymore, and even the lyrics were starting to become pretty old and pretty boring. So fast forward maybe like 2023, 2024, yeah, around that time, it was like one last good rap song I remember, that was actually, I don't even remember the lyrics, but I just remember the music was actually decent. It was called God Mode, and I just remember that because it was actually some really, really good rapping on there. But I don't remember anything about the lyrics. And then there was Dirty Money, which was actually probably the last good song I remember. And then, this is when I just completely stopped paying attention. He would release stuff, of course, like less frequently. He was already doing that by that point. And then all I remember was just 2025, probably around October, September, whenever the Charlie Kirk death happened. He made this song basically, it was called Charlie. And it was basically supposed to be this song, doing a tribute to Charlie Kirk, but the beat was so bland I couldn't actually even enjoy the song. It was nah. I could not, no, it was not good. And yeah, it was not good. I think he released like one more. I don't even remember if he released one more song before the current song. But yeah, and then we got Pray for the Left, which it is not good. It is straight up pop. Tom MacDonald is literally, at this point, Tom MacDonald is literally just parrying himself because, oh yeah, because when we got the Charlie Kirk song, we got a lot of these other songs that were just stupid. Like, there was this one song that was this, it was literally just called Screw the Woke. There was no effort put into it at all. There was absolutely no effort. It was literally just, it sounded like could have been put together by a 10-year-old kid. It was not good at all. But yeah, we got Pray for the Left, and it's literally the definition of modern day pop music. Musically, and then lyrically, it's literally just about, everyone thought Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, and then they wanted to try and kill him, and how the news is so bad because people were on TikTok, and how people were using their phones to scroll for the news, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not even going to get into it, but, like, yeah, this is even, like, too conservative for me. And, I mean, to be honest with you, after everything that's happened in the last year, after everything that's happened with the Epstein files and everything else, I think everyone's corrupt. I think the Democrats, I think the Republicans, that's why now, and this has been a thing for probably the last year, but that's why now, I'm independent. I can't really support anything that Trump's doing now. I don't even support the Democrats. I think the whole world is run by the elites, and yeah, I'm not even going to get into all that. That's a topic for the second channel. But back to the music of Tom MacDonald. But yeah, it's literally just about, Charlie Kirk. And then when the 1 year anniversary of Charlie Kirk's death is going to come, and I feel like he's gonna make a Charlie 2.0, and it's literally just going to be, it's not even going to have a beat. It's literally just going to be drums, and then him just singing over the drums, and it's nothing else. That's what it's going to be. And it's going to be so bad. It's going to be so cringe. It's going to be bad. I'm surprised. Excuse me. I'm also surprised that he hasn't done a cover of that one song, We Are Charlie Kirk. That one AI generated song about Charlie Kirk. I'm so surprised he hasn't done an AI cover of that yet. Or I mean, not an AI cover, but a cover of that song. I feel like he would eventually. But yeah, it has got to the point where I can't even support him lyrically. I can't even, his lyrics, ever since probably 2023, ever since the music started going downhill, all the lyrics have been going downhill. And then this last year, I don't even know what to say. All the songs Screw the Woke, Charlie, whatever other stuff he's made, I don't even remember because I don't pay attention to him anymore. I don't want to listen to him anymore. So I just don't. But yeah, music's not that good. The lyrics are not even good. And Tom MacDonald now is literally just one of those artists, those bands or those artists that are oh, well, maybe we should, they have a formula that they know that works. And then they're oh, maybe we should try something new. Maybe we should change up their sound. Maybe we should change up the sound. Maybe we should change up something about the music. And then they do that, and they try to keep their formula, and it doesn't work, and then they literally just milk it for all of its worth until they can't do it anymore. That's how Tom MacDonald is. He has milked it for all it's worth. it's literally just making music to make music, and not even good music. Literally just making music to say, oh, I made a song and I got it to almost the number one spot on iTunes or whatever. Whatever he likes to say. Yeah, it's almost to the number one spot of iTunes because I'm the top most mainstream independent artist. Well, have fun making your pop music. Dude, I don't even want to get into the comments, too, because there are a bunch of... I read the comments of that video, of Pray for the Left. Dude, everyone is I don't know how everyone likes this. I really don't know how everyone likes, even if you do, like the lyrics, somehow, like, if you are, like, on that side, if you are on the, like, the right, on the conservative side of the political spectrum, and you thought, oh, we should praise Charlie Kirk, we should praise Donald Trump, we should, even if you're, like, on that side of the aisle, and you do relate to these lyrics, I still don't know how you actually think the music itself is good. I don't know how you think the song is good. Like, the actual music composition, I don't know how you think that it is listenable. I really don't. It literally just sounds like modern day pop music with Tom MacDonald. Like, you can't even call Tom MacDonald a rapper anymore. Like, this is how he is now, I guess. He's gonna just make pop music, and it's very sad because he's made songs about, oh yeah, I won't ever be a sellout, because he literally made a song called The Music Industry, where he literally just rapped about, like, oh yeah, the music industry, it's all for profit, the music industry, it's all corrupt, and this was back, like, 5 years ago, but now, yeah, he's literally become the definition of the music industry, and pop music, and how the pop formula is supposed to sound. No more of these really good big old hooks with really, really good rapping. Even if you don't like the lyrics, I thought the music was still good. But now, yeah, no, nothing is good about Tom MacDonald. Don't listen to Tom MacDonald anymore. Whenever he releases a new song, just don't even... If you listen to him, just don't even pay attention, because that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm paying attention from Tom MacDonald. I think I am still subscribed to his YouTube channel. I need to unsubscribe from him too. There's a lot of better rap music out there, and I will talk about that in future videos. Even if it's not political, like sort of that political sort of rap, there's a lot of better rap that I've found. Especially old school stuff. Dude, there is a lot of things, and there are future videos that I will talk about albums that you will like a lot more than what I've talked about in this video. So, yeah, don't ever listen to Tom MacDonald. Even if you do somehow agree with the message, don't even listen to it for the music. Don't even listen to it for the message. Like, just don't. There is nothing to get from listening to this dude anymore. But, yeah, on that note, speaking of good music, we're actually going to talk about some good music in the next video. So stay tuned for that. Some really good music that was surprising to me, that I thought would actually be some of the best music I've listened to in probably the last couple weeks. So stay tuned for that album review. Hint, hint, it's going to be an old classic album. Yeah, but stay tuned for that album review. Because we are going to be talking about some really good music. Some actual good music. So, with that, I hope you all enjoyed my thoughts and a little story about my experiences with Tom MacDonald and why you shouldn't listen to him. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.